No,
give
just
you
like
a general rundown of Ogre
Okay.
if you really want what they do and stuff. So essentially, the basics is logistics, transport, support, support logistics.
Yep.
So essentially, what you guys do is if you have a team of ogres, you can task them to do whatever you want in terms of logistical support. So we're talking about reinserts, resupplies, logistics in general, which is going out collecting resources from points that aren't up for contained. I guess you could say contained's not the right word. But apart from that, you also have what is it? That's it. But anyway, so you get most of your commands from 6 or 1-6, whoever is the highest command element at the time.
Sounds
If
good.
they're requesting for Ogre, then you will, proceed. But there are a few things you got to look out for in Ogre. The main things, right? Number one, you guys are not a direct military combatant unit. It's not combat engineers, it's just engineers, right? So you guys are not allowed to go into direct fire. If you get engaged, you are allowed to shoot back, but you are to pull out immediately. Essentially, it's the same as Phantom, right? Next is another thing would be if people ask for resupply, butcher, assassins, stalkers that are down with a terror rotor or something that's more fucked up in the field, asking for a repair. You make sure that they clear the entirety of that AO before you go out there, because you guys are kind of like the resupply, the backbone of the entire operation whenever they're running, right? So essentially, what you need to do is be like, 6, can you confirm that all this shit? Hold on, I'm getting a phone call. Give me a second.
You're good.
All right, I'm back. Right, so yeah, essentially the backbone. Say, if you look at your map now, if you have a flashlight, for example, you see, Whipperoo Construction. These guys are assaulting it. These guys are going for it. Essentially,
Butcher
they're in a
126
pretty.
on 30.
I mean, it's okay, but I'm not going to go into the whole.
We have lost our gunner and our commander, our
military
gun
side of
and our
things. But
turret
essentially, what they have to do once they capture a Whipperoo point and they ask for a resupply of 556, 762, you can get that sorted first and get that ready in your maybe an SOV, a Humvee, soft top for reinserts, plus all the crates and shit. Essentially, what you would do is you would be like on 30, 1-6 or 6 to this is Ogre. Can you confirm that the AO is clear this time? If they say yes, then you go. But if you get clapped, then it's not your fault, because they should have confirmed that the area is clear. And if it wasn't, when you were halfway there, you'd pull back to a different area to allied points, sit there for maybe a few minutes, maybe a couple minutes, and then ask again, is the area clear, blah, 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 keep doing that until it's clear for you to move in. Essentially, what you can do is, as well, if you take Whipperoo as a example, like you see Butcher 1's current position, Assassin's current position, kind of want to sit halfway or wherever you can kind of station yourself to look into the AO as well. For example, you can sit at Massendorf Farms, right? You have Butcher to support if anything comes in from this away. Well, really, you won't get contact from anything from the south checkpoint. So you'll just sit at Massendorf Farms, right? And then you get eyes and look at how the tracer fire is going, how much armor is pulling in, any explosions. Essentially just situational awareness. And if you hear something to the back of you, like track a vehicle, don't get in your vehicle and drive away. Just hide in the buildings.
Did Butcher just
call
lose
it out.
another tank?
I don't know. Oh, wait, just
I
then?
saw one.
Yes.
Butcher one.
But what? They lost it, really?
Well, all I'm seeing is the infantry marker. I'm not seeing I guess if the rest of the crew's not in.
They reported on
if you wanna check
3-0
on that.
they reported on 3-0 that they got hit. They're falling back now. Is what I heard on 3-0.
Does that make sense, RC? Those two main points are the realest ones you gotta look out for. because otherwise Ogre would get clapped continuously.
Sure.
Yep, and that's it.
Quick question, Snow. So for FARPs, like for forward
farms, yes.
Yeah, for or no, for the like forward resupply points, are we as Ogre allowed to like? Because I feel like I've seen this recently. Are we allowed to ask like 1-6 and be like, hey, is it okay if I set a forward resupply point for Butcher at Massendorf Farms, and then I just I bring up an SOV and a fuel truck and just sit there?
Yes,
like
that is
how
okay.
how okay, sounds good.
So, if I'm honest, there's no SOPs against it. I haven't seen anything regarding that, which is very good, right? So you guys can take advantage of this time. Hopefully, nothing happens to it. But it is a good little thing you guys can do. Once Butcher calls in, they can clear off Massendorf Farms or something of the sort.
Butcher.
And then essentially what they can do is you set up your SOV maybe in the tree line, maybe in a parking area in one of these buildings. Maybe if you want, even you could lay. Okay, no. If you want as a defensive,
hold one.
I think it's just
you could lay mines down.
They didn't sign off.
Yep. Okay.
And yeah, essentially you're fortifying your position, mark on the map, the mines along this, and then you're sitting here. You put like Ogre for resupply, and then that's it.